I almost got kidnapped in Uganda.
By a woman? Right.
Wait, what happened?
So we do a show with Salvador and them. Cool fire show. We go to an after party. We announce where the after party is. Salvador does it big.
Right.
Salvador is a Ugandan comedian, does it huge. So we go to the after party. It's packed. Trust Q to start talking to some chick. Okay, I'm there. I should have known. You know when it's too good to be true? When you're like, this deal is too sweet, man.
Oh, the chick seemed a little too hot for you.
No, not hot. Yes, she was hot, but it was going too smooth,
too
man.
fast.
Just too easy, man, this thing. And nothing in me clicked to say,
There's something up.
there's something up.
For somebody who lives in Joburg.
You know what I mean? Like, within 30 minutes, her hand was on my thigh. But you're in the moment.
You are like, I'm funny, but I'm not this funny.
Hey, but little man is saying, hey, keep going. My little guy is like, yeah, we're there, let's do this.
Dating is not the same anymore. Relationships will cost you. First things first, if you're broke, you won't even be able to get into a relationship. Let's get that out of the way first. Reason being is because you can't afford it. Now, unless your partner is cool, living in the woods and eating berries, then sure, you can be neighbors with the bears, you know? Do your thing. Secondly, the way the dating world is nowadays, good luck. I mean, you're in for a treat. The reason I'm saying this is because we've all seen how dating goes, what comes with the ups and downs that come with the relationships. And I'm not talking about the bedroom up and down, if you know what I mean. So unless you guys are compatible enough and she's able to withstand the up and down that come with being tied to you, then you're in for a headache. Not only are you gonna lose her, but you're gonna lose everything you worked hard for. Believe me on that. But anyways, another video. Leave the like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
Shocking prenup I've ever seen, which was enforceable, had a provision that said, the most shocking prenup I've ever seen, which was enforceable, had a provision that said that for every 10 pounds the wife gained in the marriage, she would lose $10,000 a month in alimony. He was very concerned that she was going to become less attractive and he was going to become more wealthy. So his solution to this was in the prenuptial agreement. He wanted a clause that said if they divorced, she was going to get like $70,000 a month for alimony. But for every 10 pounds she gained from the date of marriage, she would forfeit $10,000 a month worth of alimony. And it was designed to sort of create an incentive that she would remain thin. And that was enforceable, meaning they tried to challenge and set aside that provision. And the court said, this is a disgusting provision. I don't know why you married this person, but it's enforceable. It's a contract. The two of you signed it and you had a right to sign it and you agreed to these rules, and they may be ridiculous rules, but you agreed to them and you have a right to do that. I think it's a kind of love. I think it's a form of love. Is it a form of love I'd be interested in? No, I think it's very shallow in some ways. There's something very honest about it. I mean, you can't argue with the fact that there's something very upfront about it. He was making very clear and putting in writing, here's the value you bring to this relationship. I consider your physical appearance vitally important to this relationship. And by the way, don't skip the other side of that equation. She was going to get $70,000 a month. That's a very impressive number. So I think she also understood there was a value to be attached to him as well. Is it something I would be interested in on either side of that equation? No. But do I have a right to say to someone that's not love? I don't think I have a right to say that to someone. I think that if this is an economy the two of you have agreed on, you know, as a lawyer, see, my job as a lawyer is not to look, like, I don't look at it that way. I look at the engineering of it. So like if I'm representing her in that transaction, all I could think is, okay, so we're going to want her baseline weight to be as high as possible. So I'm going to want her to have pennies in her pockets at the day we sign the prenup, because you'd have to establish a baseline, right? Because if you say gaining 10 pounds, you'd have to establish a baseline weight on the date of the marriage. So if I'm her, I want that to be as high as possible. So I'm going to be putting pennies in my pockets and eating as many cheeseburgers as I can before the weigh-in. Now we're getting divorced. I'm going to be like a wrestler. I'm going to be in the sauna. I'm going to be sweating as much as I can. I'm going to take diuretics. I'm going to eat nothing but like grilled vegetables for a week or two, you know? I'm going to take off every ounce of clothing I can because I want to minimize my weight. This is why lawyers don't get invited to parties, because that's how we analyze problems. Like, I didn't hear that and go, what is the nature of their coupling? I looked at it and I went, oh, I could play with that. I could, whoever I'm representing in that transaction, I could figure out a way to, you know, kind of make that work.
You know what? I think this is a smart tactic right here, right? This prevents his wife from getting fat. And at the same time, it's like, it's a goal for her to stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knows that she's going to be losing 10,000 a month if she's gaining 10 pounds. What a better way than to stay healthy? Who are we to judge? And especially the fact that she signed it. Like, I mean, that means she agrees with it, right? He's not enforcing it on her. And mind you not, 70K a month is a lot of money. 70K a month we're talking about. You know, if she's like most girls out there, I'm sure she's probably cool taking 60K. If she's putting on 10 pounds, why not? She's still taking in 60K, 50K. That's more than enough, you know? But yeah, man, this guy was thinking outside the box for sure. I think the way he was going on about it is because, like, nowadays, you know, when you get into a relationship, especially new ones, you know, when you get married, whatever, your partner, you find they're really like fit. They're looking great. They're on their prime. They're looking top notch. But what happens after a while? Most cases, they gain weight, they get too comfortable, you know, they're relaxing in a relationship. They're not even putting as much effort as they were when they were single. So I think this is a great tactic to, you know, to keep your partner in check, right? So this man actually, he came up with a really good clause. Actually, I salute him for this. You see, a lot of guys wouldn't even have their own standards, you know what I'm saying? They would just be giving that money like that, bro, like nothing. You know how many rich men out there who are giving like 70K without asking anything from their partner? I'm pretty sure there's a lot, but this man was smart.
I didn't date you for your money. I fell in love with your heart.
Well, then just sign the prenup and let this love story begin.
Love stories don't begin with prenups.
This one does.
Women don't need men for money.
Oh.
Statistics show single women own more houses than single men.
Yeah, from divorce.
This is actually funny because this happens to most dudes out there, man. Especially the guys with the money, you know, they have that luxurious lifestyle, and then they get in a relationship and then their partner is like, I didn't get with you for your money, I got with you for your heart. And you're like, yeah, sure, you know, if I was broke, if I was, you know, working 9 to 5 at like a 7-Eleven or Superstore, whatever, making 15 bucks an hour, I'm sure you would have been with me 100%. This is so funny. This is the best tactic women tend to play on men. Most cases, especially the dudes that don't even have the looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell the guys that are just average or below average, bro, but they just have a lot of cha-ching in their bank account. You 100% know, especially if they have like a baddie by their side, you know for a fact she's there because he has a bag, nothing else. Like, you ain't gonna tell me she's there because of his looks. Yeah, she ain't there because of the looks, bro. And especially if he's like, you know, 5'2", I'm 100% sure she's not there because of his height. What else is she there for? Yeah, his pockets, that's right. But she's still gonna feed him, sell him dreams, tell him that she ain't there for his pockets or what he has. She's there for his heart. Yeah, miss me with that bullshit.
I almost got kidnapped in Uganda.
By a woman? Right.
Wait, what happened?
So we do a show with Salvador and them. Cool, fire show. We go to an after party. We announce where the after party is. Salvador does it big.
Right.
Salvador is a Ugandan comedian, does it huge. So we go to the after party, it's packed. Trust Q to start talking to some chick. Okay, I'm there. I should have known, you know when it's too good to be true? When you're like, this deal is too sweet, man.
Oh, the chick seemed a little too hot for you.
No, not hot. Yes, she was hot, but it was going too smooth,
too
man.
fast.
Just too easy, man, this thing. And nothing in me clicked to say,
There's something up.
there's something up.
For somebody who lives in Joburg.
You know what I mean? Like, within 30 minutes, her hand was on my thigh. But you're in the moment.
You are like, I'm funny, but I'm not this funny.
But, hey, but little man is saying, hey, keep going. keep going. My little guy is like, yeah, we're there, let's do this.
Fuck your insecurities.
Dude, we talk. Tell me why we have sorted out that we're going together.
Right.
This girl says, actually, we can leave now. Little man is like, where are the keys? I will drive the car myself. I'm like, cool.
Drive the car myself.
I'm like, cool. No, it's like, hey, let's go so I can come. Like, let's go so I can.
Ah, Gallagher's dying.
Bruh. Now,
Let me do this, bro.
dude, I'm like, dog, where are we going? She's like, we can go wherever. My hotel, cool. My little man's like, you're wasting time, bro. Let's bounce.
This is a classic example of what happens when you're not thinking with your head. When you're thinking with the little thing down there, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you're about to get yourself into a whole lot of trouble, you know? And this is not just him. It happens to a lot of men, especially nowadays, right? Like you go to like nightclub, you know? She sees what you're about. She sees a gold chain. She sees everything you have. She want to come with you. She's forcing herself to almost take her home. But a lot of guys fall for this. You know, they're thinking like, oh, I'm lucky. I'm gonna get lucky. I'm gonna get some tonight. But they ain't thinking logical. Most cases they do get set up. And another thing I also gotta say is this reminds me of these passport bros, right? I mean, I salute the movement. I'm with them for what they're doing, but a lot of them, they ain't thinking clearly, man. They're going overseas, but they're not looking over their shoulder. They're not being logical, right? They're meeting these women, the first attractive woman they meet, just within 2 minutes, she's already, you know, cozying up to him, right? He's not even like being on his toes, bro. He's like falling head over heels. Most of them get spiked, their drinks. I'm sure you guys seen cases, right, where their drinks are getting spiked and they're getting robbed. Some are getting killed. Women, bro, women are evil. I'm saying, you know, they will set you up. And I'm saying not all, but like most of them. I mean, come on, be realistic. Especially in these type of environments is where you gotta be more careful. Now, if you're meeting them at church, you're meeting them in the library, you're meeting them at different environments, sure, like, I mean, that's warranted, right? Like, you don't have to be that much in your toes, but if you're in the clubs, in the hood, especially those guys that are going partying in the hood and they're meeting a body in the hood, and I'm like, yo, really? What are we expecting out of this? You're gonna come out missing your kidneys, man. Your kidneys, your gold chain, maybe missing a few fingernails or a few fingers, especially if you have your rings, bling blings. You might even miss a hand. You might even miss a leg, man, if your leg has jewelry.
She's like, all right, fine, we can drive in. She's like, all right, fine, we can drive in my car. Right? Because remember, after party, so other people are chilled. I'm like, not a problem, let's go. She goes to the car, right? No, actually, she doesn't go to the car, like she's waiting. So I go to Salvador and them to say, yo, Salvador, I'll check you out. Hey, I'm on my Denzel.
My man.
I'm gonna check you out, man. I'm going to the hotel, man. I dap everyone up. Cool. I'm now leaving with this girl. We're walking out. Salvador is so huge, he's got a bodyguard. Bodyguard comes to Salvador and says, Chief, I think they are running game on this dude. Because as soon as they stood up, there are dudes who were sitting at the corner there that stood
They got
up
up too.
Salvador ran. Dude, he ran calling my name in a joint full of people. I'm already by the gate. I can see the car. Like there's the promised land. There's
And the little
chariot.
man is about to say, yes.
Yes, that's the chariot of fire leading me to my destination.
Promised land.
Yo, Salvador screaming, Q, until I look back. He's like, come back. Immediately now at that point, Honey is gone. Street smarts come back. Seeing him in that mode, immediately something said something's wrong. So then I'm like, yo, sweetie, I'm gonna be back. Then I go to him and he's like, dude, he talked to me like I was a child. He was like, what are you doing? Go sit down now. It's like, okay. Nigga, I just killed in front of 5,000 people. I looked like I was 6 years old walking back to the VIP section and I sat like this. And he said, yo, my dude, they were running game on you.
So tell me, if his friend wasn't quick on his feet, wasn't quick to catch up to him and warn him about this, what do you think would have happened to him? That's right, he would have been in the news. Right by 6 a.m., his head was found in some river. That's right, you know, men have to actually, bro, be a little bit wise. And I'm saying this to all age group, man. I'm saying from 18 all the way to 50, 60, man. Some are just gullible, bro. Like, you might even think like the older the man, the more mature he is, and you know, but no, man, some of them, even if 60 years old, they could be whatever they are, you know, teachers, let's say astronaut, bus driver, let's give them actually a good position, like maybe even doctor, whatever. But in the presence of women, man, they lose themselves. They're not logical. They're not thinking up here now, especially after a few drinks, music, a few smoking, you know. They're out there vibing. They thinking everybody else has good intention. They thinking she's there for him. Meanwhile, she already assessed you, studied you up and down. Since you already disclosed what you do for work, she probably found out. And you already probably disclosed how much you're making a year because you're trying to impress the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You already disclosed that you're at a Range Rover parked outside. She already knows what you're about. She hit the gold in the jackpot. He locked out though. All I gotta say, you have a good friend. Your friend, man, saved your life. You owe him. You owe him more than money can buy. So I don't know, you gotta figure out how you're gonna compensate him, because if it wasn't for him, chances are you wouldn't be here to tell the tale. You know what I'm saying?
Never want to walk outside ever again this weekend. And I wrote down all the reasons why it was horrible. So some preface, I started talking to this guy about 2 months ago. It's going great, really seems sweet, had my hopes up, but none of these signs were showing beforehand, before we get started. This is just some honorable mentions. I met him at his apartment, red flag, I don't know how to drive, but anyways, I meet him at his apartment. He has a 3-wick candle. He is only lighting 1 wick. There's 1 wick he's lighting. The other ones aren't even touched. The other wick's like all the way down. And I was like, hey, blow out your candle before we leave. Like, just a little reminder. He goes, oh, I don't blow it out. I want my room to smell good all the time. Second part, I planned the date. I want to go to a hockey game. I want to go to a hockey game. I said, let's go to a hockey game. He says, cool. Next thing I know, I realized I literally did all of it. Also, he texted me, why don't you buy the tickets? I'll pay for them. Like, just send me your Venmo and I'll Venmo you. I didn't love it, but I was like, cool, whatever. I do it. I pay for the tickets, $120. And he texted me afterwards. He's like, you know what? I'll get us dinner that night. I don't even worry about me paying you back. You get why that's wrong, right? Like, I'm the one that bought them. You can be like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm worried. So then we go ahead. I had a shitty day a couple days ago, and he sent me $50 and was like, get yourself something nice. The tickets were $120, so he paid me for less than half the tickets. But it was as a gift. It wasn't like, oh, here's the money I owe you. So there was a mix-up with the time, so basically we get there 2 hours early on accident, and we, like, walk over to Target to just go do something. He chucks his vape into the bush, and he's like, I didn't do it. That wasn't me. You didn't see anything. What? I don't freaking litter. That's your vape. An animal could eat that. Also, he kept calling me mother, beep, all night. I kept saying, don't call me that. Please don't call me that. That's not cool. He never referred to me by my name, nothing. And then he was like, don't I look so good tonight? He said that. And I was like, don't you think I look pretty tonight? I spent an hour getting ready. My friends all came over. We picked out my outfit. My outfit was so clean. Like, I just pulled it out of the dryer, right? He goes, oh, your pants have a little mark on them. They were brand new. They did not have a little mark on them. He kept saying he's never done anything bad in his whole life. And I told him straight up, like, 30 minutes in the day, I went, this date's going pretty bad. So then we go to Target, and I'm like, why don't we get waters so we're not parched during the game, because the water's going to be expensive. And he goes, no, it's fine. So I was like, fine, I'm going to get my own water. I'm going to chug it. All cool. He hands me a Red Bull, and he goes, buy this. Okay, so now we're in the game. We're sitting down, and he's ordering chicken tenders, and he's like, do you want anything? And I didn't know we were ordering food. I was like, no, because I don't want to drink. And he goes, I was like, can I have a bite of your chicken tender? He goes, no, mother. No, are you crazy? Anyway.
Yo, I mean, I see this common trend where a lot of women do complain about being on dates with horrible guys. My question to them all is like, why do you stay all the way till the end? Like, you see this disaster going on. How are you going to put yourself all the way till the end? Like, did you just want to find out how it's going to end? Did you maybe hope in the back of your mind that he's going to change himself along the way? Like, maybe he's just putting an act. maybe halfway through this date he's gonna actually be Prince Charming. Like, is that what you're expecting, or what? Or maybe these men that you guys are going with are highly attractive, they're totally your type, that's why you guys are withstanding all of this nonsense. Because off the bat, I mean, if you see a red flag, that's a red flag regardless. I mean, it ain't gonna change to green, it ain't gonna change to yellow, it ain't gonna change to any other color. That's still a red flag. Now, unless we're talking about like lights, red lights and stuff, stoplight, man, yeah, sure, they're gonna change color, but red flag is a red flag regardless. And especially if you see not only one but 2, 3, 4, 5, what are you hoping for? You know, that's just a formula for disaster right there. So off the bat, you should have cut this date all out of the way. Now, I can't help but think as well, like, you were probably doing things that irritated him too. Like, there's no way that he was having the time of his life with you. Like, he thought you were perfect fit, 10 out of 10 in everything, every way. No, he was probably getting annoyed of you as well. So I think we gotta hear both perspectives. It's not really good to hear one-sided, because I mean, you can get a little bit biased based on their opinions, right? So I think we gotta find his point of view too. There's always 3 point of views, right? We got his point of view, her point of view, the actual point of view. We gotta catch his side as well.
How did y'all meet? Moose match? That's what they all say. You sneaky bitch. If you're not white, what are you? Pakistani. Pakistan? Get the fuck out of here! Stand up! Stand up for the people! Stand up! Stand up! Daywalker. Wow. 9/11 was comfy for you. She was probably with the white people like, get him! That's crazy. You're Pakistani. What's your name? Is it Faiza? Pakistani as fuck? Hey, man. Respect. You know what I mean? Because you clearly wanted a white girl, but you didn't want to disappoint your parents. So you just did the next best thing. You know what I mean? Respect, y'all. Respect.
Man, she look white to me. I mean, I don't see any Pakistani on this. I mean, she's blonde, skin complexion is white. Like, how is she Pakistani? I'm so confused. But yeah, man, that's funny though. Her man wanted to date a white girl, but wanted to keep his parents happy. That's why he married her. Best of both worlds, man. Why not, right? Now, I guess what Musmatch is what is a dating site, ain't it? I think it's for like Muslim though. I don't think it's regular. I don't think it's like Tinder. I think it's a little bit different. I think people who are on there are dating to actually marry, not just to hook up and never see each other again. So I guess it worked out for them. Why not? She look white. She appears to be white. She sound white. Chances are she ain't white. She's Pakistani.
Girls really like the quote, nice guys. I've been considered one, but it feels like they always choose someone not good for them. You know, girls are dumb. Yeah, girls are dumb. I'm not going to say girls. No, we're so dumb because we see it in film and we want the bad boy. And we think that's more exciting and great. But then when the bad boy hurts us, we say we want the nice guy. But unfortunately, I feel like nice guys got a reputation for being boring. But I feel like we need to change the dialogue that boring is stable, comfortable, safe, you know, doesn't hurt you. I don't think that's boring. I think that's just a good person. Like, you can't... Why do you think girls choose the bad boy over the good guy?
I think there's, like, technically 3 types of dudes in this scenario.
Ooh.
So there's, like, nice guy, bad boy, and then there's, like, good person with a backbone. That's the third for me. In general, I feel like girls go for, like, the bad boy, like, earlier in their dating life when things are less serious. Then they end up going with somebody that's more of, like, a good guy that's more stable.
I love how they say this, you know, because chances are they themselves are not going to be with a nice guy. 100%, I guarantee you. You know, they're saying this to just be politically correct, you know, because they have a podcast. But let's be honest. Do you think there was a nice guy out there? Do you think they would actually, like, settle with him? You know, give him the chance? I mean, who knows? Maybe they would. But chances are they wouldn't enjoy it, you know? It wouldn't feel right to them. Because they can't control what they're biologically attracted to. And that's the thing, right? We already know. Women think, you know, they want a nice guy. But in reality, they are not attracted to a nice guy. I mean, it's evident with the type of men they're dating, the type of men they're marrying. Especially, you know, you got these women, bro. Their man is using them like a boxing, you know, like a boxing partner, man. It's like literally punching them, giving them black eyes, man. Toxic relationship. It's really bad. But what happened? They still go back, right? So You tell me.